Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, I am wonderfully blessed and highly favored of God to be given another day. Good morning to each and every one of you. Wherever you are, I want to thank you. Thank you for following Effective Living. Thank you for being a part of our platform. We are an organization that is celebrating 5 years, 5 years in existence. And over the years, I wanted to take some time to share with you how we got here. Okay. Over the years, I found myself being an individual who I love practical content. Practical content has changed my life. I'm not a complicated guy. I am not a deep guy. I just know that the best is yet to come and God has an incredible plan for all of us. And so with us celebrating 5 years, I know that over the next few years, effective living has the potential to become a thriving entity in our world, changing the way people do life, changing the way people accept themselves, understanding that there's room for improvement, and all of us can just simply get to the point where we start realizing, you know what? I can improve. I can get better. I can work on myself. And so, with the whole concept of creating a life you don't need to take a vacation from, for me, when I formed Effective Living, I did not want it to come across like it was a church. I did not wanted to come across like it's a ministry in the traditional sense of the word, because I knew that I was going to lean towards practical content for everyday living. Let me say it again. Practical content for everyday living. Now, with that said, I built it around five premise: faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun, in that specific order. I believe that we should have it all. I believe that we should look at ourselves and ask ourselves, how are we doing in regards to these five? Faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. And in my 48 years of being in this world, I've discovered that very few people feel really good within themselves as to how they're doing with all five. Most people aren't doing well with all five. Well, as a company, as an organization, as a ministry, it is my goal to help people live all five. Now, I believe if I had to identify a scripture that would support the premise of doing all five, it would be let your light shine. Why? Because I believe when we do well with all five, what that does, it sets us up to be better representation of Christ in the earth. Now, there's a lot of people who like the religious position. There are a lot of people who just like the concept of having a form of godliness. But I believe more now than ever that we should be walking in the power and the demonstration of the scriptures. Okay, I believe times have changed, and I believe we're dealing with a generation who wants to see fruits. The Bible talks about in John chapter 15, verse 8, it says, "Herein is how my Father is glorified, that you bear much fruit." So my question for a lot of people is, how is life working for you? How is life working for you? And you may have figured out one of the five. You may have gone as far as to figure out maybe two or three of the five. But the question is, why haven't you pursued all five? And I'm telling you, even if it's not through the services we offer here at Effective Living, it needs to be one that you pursue, creating a life you don't need an escape from. Let me say it again. Creating a life you don't need an escape from. That's what we exist for. So for me, my personal coaching is my favorite. Personal coaching and on stage speaking, standing in front of the room, presenting the case through a message that's trying to help people to get that light bulb to turn on. to get that light bulb to turn on. I believe that all of us have room for improvement. I believe that there are little adjustments we can make. I believe that there are moments when we have to reinvent ourselves because we are no longer in the season that we were in. I believe that there are important evaluation positions that we must establish. In other words, we need to look at ourselves and say, why am I doing this? And should I continue to do this? And is it benefiting me in regards to who I am and where I'm going? Our lives are created by the decisions we make on a daily basis. So really what I found is that most people aren't at peace with themselves because they haven't asked themselves the hard question. And so I want to help. I want to spend the rest of my life helping people to maximize their potential. I want to help people to learn how to bring about a level of daily discipline to allow them to create a life they don't need to escape from. How do we do that with effective living? How do we do that? I'm going to talk about 5 ways that we do that. Number one, we do that through our one-on-one personal coaching. This is the time when I get about 45 minutes with my clients and we dive into what are you doing to help you to move in the direction of becoming the person that you were created to be. I believe one-on-one coaching is a cheat code. I believe one-on-one coaching is an opportunity for you to be given guidance, to be given assistance. Coaching allows you to accelerate the process. Can you do it by yourself? Yes, I believe you can. But I believe someone is assigned to help you. And I believe wisdom would say if you've tried to do it by yourself and you couldn't get yourself there, why not embrace help? That's why I like our one-on-one coaching services. Then number 2, it's the keynote speaking, workshops, and seminar presenting. I love speaking at events. I love speaking to rooms of individuals who have literally gathered with the intent to get better or to get information to move forward. And so workshops, seminars, conferences across the country and around the world, revivals, Sunday morning services, that's what I'm about. I want to speak. I want to be known for the guy who speaks. And I don't have a sad story to tell. I don't have a sad story to tell. Or even if it's a sad story that's being told, believe you me, the story is going to turn for motivation. The story is going to be turned for inspiration. The story is going to be turned in regards to how can you use what you just heard to build yourself up to move forward. I believe in workshops, seminars, conference. I believe in the power of the gathering of people during our church services. I believe in revivals. I believe in summits and symposiums. And I'm honored to be able to say that weeks and months and years have gone by where people have invited me to come and be a speaker. And that's what I want to focus on. Not only am I going to be a speaker, I believe in the weeks and months to come, we're going to bring on other speakers so that when you contact Effective Living, you can contact one of our speakers, and we'll talk on all 5 of our particular areas of subject just to get you to know that you need to move into that area with intentional practices to get your life to another level. Whichever of those areas you're trying to elevate and improve in, we want to help you. So when it comes to faith, family, finance, fitness, or fun, please note Ricardo Miller and our company of agents, individuals, influencers who are serving you through Effective Living, all of our goals are going to be the same. Our goal is to help you to get better. I believe in the concept of getting better with age. Now, early on, I did something that a lot of people didn't understand. And I'm still in love with the concept because I found that it is true to me. And that was and still is, I want to live this message. I don't want to just talk it, I want to live it. And I found that there are a lot of people who have become really good at sharing a subject that they don't manifest well. I don't want to be that individual. I want to be one with my message. And so, first and foremost, the goal is to one, become the message, live the message. In Him, I live, breathe, and have my very existence. I want to be one with God. I want to be one with God in the sense of what I know of Him, I am also living out on a daily basis. So the first thing is to live the message. The second thing is to work on creating a community around the message, other like-minded people. I call them effective living ambassadors. These are the individuals who says, Miller, I've read your book. I've been in your seminars. I've attended conferences where you've spoken. I've actually moved to the point where I now have you as a coach. I want you to help me to bring things together. Believe you me, give me 6 months with you. Give me 1 year with you. I promise you, if you do the work, I'm going to help you to get to where you're trying to go. That's what we do. Okay? That's what we do. That's what I've been called to do. So first, I want to live the message. Second, I want to have a community of people around me that supports the message. And third, I want to be compensated for the message. I believe that it is important that we are financially taken care of so that we could be better able to carry this message around the world and take care of the personal responsibilities that I have as a husband, as a father, as a man. And so, yeah, there's a cost for our services. And I appreciate the people who respect that, who have decided, you know what, I'm going to buy the book because it's a cost. I'm not going to try to get a free book. I'm not going to try to get free coaching. I'm not going to try to get him to come and speak for free. No, I realize this brother is putting in the work. I realize he's adding tremendous value. I respect the value he's adding to his company. And if his company is going to thrive, we're going to write him a check. If his company is going to thrive, we're going to pay whatever it costs to make sure we have him because he needs to thrive. And a lot of times companies don't thrive because they go broke, or companies don't thrive because the person who started the company, the entrepreneur, they like what they do, but they haven't addressed the money issue. So the last part for me was I wanted to make sure compensation was proper. I want to be able to take care of business financially. So 3 parts. I wanted to live the message. I want a community that's built around the message. And then I want to make sure that I'm compensated for the message or the value that I'm bringing to the lives of people around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Effective Living offers one-on-one coaching. It offers keynote speaking, workshops, seminars, and conferences. And then here's the deal. I want to help people with relationships. I want to help people with relationships. I found out early on, I made so much mistakes when it came to relationship. I made so much mistakes when it came to my marriage. I made so much mistakes when it came to parenting. I made so much mistakes when it came to doing life with others. And so now I realize, hey, that's one of the secret sauce to living. You're going to have to do life with others. And be it your spouse, be it your children, be it the community that you do life with, the extended people at your job and those in your companies or those at your church or various organizations. I want to help people to win with people. And so that's the reason why we're doing our relationship coaching. And so that will allow people who have been having difficulties dealing with other people. Because sometimes it's not that you don't have something great to offer. It's sometimes you don't deal well with others and it's limiting you and it's causing you not to thrive at the level of your potential. You've got potential to do phenomenal things. But unfortunately, your lack of people skills, your lack of navigating through the various dynamics on working with so many different types of people that's in our world is costing you daily. And last but not least, I want to bring on health and fitness as a major part to effective living. So those of you who've been hanging around for a while, you've known I've hosted a couple of fitness in the park. I've also hosted a 5K run on an annual basis. I'm even praying about still pulling one off this year because it's one of those things I just enjoy. I love the concept of health and fitness. I believe I've been teaching it and I've been trying to live this thing out. When your body expires, your time is up. I believe that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. We should keep it clean. We should take care of our bodies. Hey guys, our commitment is to help you to grow stronger in faith. Our commitment is to help you to have a healthy community, a tribe that's around you. Our commitment is just when you look at yourself, you want to be able to say, listen, man, I'm adding so much value in the world that I can see my compensation going up. In other words, I ain't broke no more. No more paycheck to paycheck living. No more minimum wage. No more hoping and wishing for a raise. You got to do right financially with yourself in regards to what you do on a daily basis. We want to help you with that. And then last but not least, listen, guys, we want to make sure that you're having fun. I believe the journey is better when you're enjoying it. Like literally, the journey is better. Effective living is a journey. And if you're having fun with it, boy, let me tell you, you're a game changer. A lot of people are doing life, but they're not doing life that they're enjoying. And that's why I said I'm helping people create a life they don't need an escape. They don't need to escape from. I want to help people to learn how to enjoy themselves. But here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to learn how to get out of the way. I found that over the years, I've been my biggest problem. I've found that my stubbornness, my unwillingness to allow someone to help me, my unwillingness to pay the price, my unwillingness to change, my unwillingness to discipline myself, my unwillingness to confront procrastination, my unwillingness to remove those excuses have kept me from becoming the person I could have been maybe 10 years ago. 20 years ago. There's so much more in me, just as there is so much more in you. And so for those of you that are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I am so happy and honored to announce that our next masterclass that's coming up, it's all about marriage, okay? I still say I do. If you're married, let me tell you something. You need to contact me today. You need to contact me this weekend. We're only going to have 24 couples in the room. And if you're a married person, you need to register. Let me tell you something. I have some friends, a couple who is amazing. They have been helping Karen and I. They did our sessions and we sat with them and they've allowed us to see and develop ourselves to building the marriage and the happy relationship, the happy and healthy relationships that we have, that I wanted to go ahead and have a marriage masterclass. And I've invited them to come and share. And I'll be sharing as well some of the things I've learned about marriage and relationships. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows that if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, listen, man, every month, first Tuesday of the month, Coach Ricardo is going to be doing a class. Okay, I'm going to be doing a class, and that class is designed to help you. Okay, that class is designed to help you to dive a little bit deeper, look at particular subject matters that may not been considered before. You've not taken the time to really address. You can't keep ignoring what needs to be addressed and expect change. You can't keep ignoring what needs to be addressed and accept things to get better. You're going to have to look yourself in the mirror and you're going to have to call yourself out and realize, listen, when it comes to faith, family, finance, fitness, or fun, and you realize, Miller, I need some help. Then go get my book. Oh, Miller, I have your book. Read it again. Don't just read it to read it to apply it. Listen, man, I got to go. But I have to say this. There are too many people who are just reading to be impressed with what is being presented on the pages. You got to read to be transformed. You got to read to apply. Listen, don't get a coach just to say you have someone as your coach. Get a coach so every time you get the coach, you grab a hold of a couple of those principles from those sessions. You apply those principles. And I promise you, you're going to see results. Will it be easy? No. No, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to take work. Some of the things you have to change is strongholds. Some of the things that you have to change, they're generational curses. Some of the things that you have to change, literally, they're devils. They're so much, the enemy is just coming. I mean, just, you can have a culture, you can have a society, you can have a tribe, you can have a neighborhood, you can have family members, you can have so much working against you because of what you're trying to do, that when you decide to do it, you're going to have to fight. It's going to be the fight of your life. So join me. I'm in the fight of my life to become the person I was created to be. Now, here's what I know. It's good to be around other like-minded people who are on their journey to greatness. I'm on my journey to greatness. I'm on my journey to the top. And I'm inviting others to join me. This message that I'm sharing is time tested. I don't care who don't embrace the message. That's not my responsibility to get everybody on board with this. My responsibility is for those who have chosen to get on board with this, is to help them to get results that allows them to like who they are and appreciate their journey of becoming the person God has created them to be. I'm Coach Ricardo Miller. To learn more about our services, go to my website, ricardomiller.com. There you will find ways to join my coaching program or to have me come and speak at your church. Let me tell you something. I feel God has placed me in the earth for such a time as this. Now it's time for me to roar. Now it's time for me to excel in all that He has created me to do in the earth. I want to help you do the same thing. I want to help you to excel. I want to help you to win. I want to help you to thrive. So do me a favor and connect with our services today. I promise you, you won't regret it. God bless you. Enjoy the day. Bye-bye.